I warn you not to underestimate me.
Alrighty, so this is one of the big ones. This is General Juhziz versus General Alexander, but I can't build any units. So that means no units from the command center, supply stash, barracks, arms dealer, or airfield if we capture one. Now, I have done 2 challenges on General Alexander already, but those were different sort of challenges where I could actually build certain units. So to go from that to not being able to build anything really does make this tough. So yeah, what we're doing right now, I've got 2 scaffolds. That's going to be our bait for her A10 strike. So the A10 strike goes on cash value. So you want to have enough scaffolds in cash value to bait it out. Now the hold the line that is going to get prompted any second now. That's sort of our cue to cancel those scaffolds. I do wait a few extra seconds just to play it safe. So now I know not to build anything there until after the A10s have hit their mark, which is nothing. Now I'm holding on to the sneak attack because you get sneak attack at the very beginning. I wanted to hang on to it because of Alexander's Chinook strikes. See, the sneak attack can be useful against the Chinook strikes. She usually has like a sentry drone and then a bunch of rangers and rocket troopers, which they'll spawn in from that left side, which is why I sent 2 workers to that left side. We need to defend that spot. Because, yeah, if we get infiltrated, then we're pretty much screwed. Because my stinger sights are just 3 dudes sitting in a tent, pretty much. And there is a sniper in the mix with that Chinook strike. And yeah, one of my workers, he wants to be very good at his job and collect resources, but I need him to do the stinger sight first. Do that, then you get to collect the resources. Yeah, I thought 2 stingers should be enough to deal with the Chinook, which is why I just built those 2 and then sort of set it, forget it, and hopefully those Chinooks die in time. And yeah, one of those workers, we're getting the resources that's in between the 2 oil derricks. We need that. Money is super tight in this at the beginning. So much so that I'm doing this with 1 worker collecting resources at points during the battle. Now I've just gotten the first wave of Aurora bombers and they're the alpha version, so they're going to do a whole lot more damage. And yeah, 1 hit from those at my supply stash and my workers are toast. So I've got to be very careful about how many workers I have there, plus also, you know, how much can I bait out, you know? Like, I'll have to have a certain number of, like, tunnel networks, stinger sites, etc. to be able to bait out some of those auroras, and that would, in turn, keep the workers safe at the supply stash. So we just got that Chinook strike that I mentioned earlier. The stingers were barely able to, they were barely able to deal with that. But now I know that it is doable. And in my head I was thinking, okay, well then in that case I can set it, forget it, and I won't need to worry about bidding a 3rd stinger site.
I will obey. There's not enough room for that building.
So I got another supply stash scaffold up, and purpose of that is the A10 strike. We want to bait it out again. So the A10s, they're going to happen after each wave of particle cannon strikes. So that's a good way of remembering when they come. Now for the particle cannon that's about to strike now, I know for a fact that it's going to hit my barracks, so I decide to sell the barracks off. I'll be able to recoup a little bit of cash and, you know, no harm done except for the fact that I can't build base defenses right now.
I'm just a peasant.
Is that as secure as your base can be? Is it?
So I go off on sell for the scaffold and sell off the other supply stash. Did lose a worker there, which is unfortunate, because the worker situation, we have to build a supply stash in order to gain a new worker, which means that's $1,500 we're spending every single time. Just to get one extra worker, but also we're going to use that stash to keep baiting out the A10 strikes. So we'll recoup a little bit, but we'll bait out something.
So, your overall strategy is to bore me off the battlefield.
I will do the best I can.
Look, why don't you just give up?
Yep, so new stash is up. Again, just trying to get more workers on the go here. And again, that new supply stash, we can use that to bait out another A10 strike later. The sneak attack, again, that's all about baiting out. That's all we're doing. We're trying to hang on as long as we can, because I need to get to rank 3. Because rank 3, we get cash bounty, and we also get the Rebel Ambush. And the Rebel Ambush means that we can capture the 2 oil derricks and maybe the artillery platform that's nearby. And that will solve our money problems.
That building cannot fit
So
there.
I thought I'd go for another supply stash scaffold. Again, just baiting out A10 strikes. But yeah, later on I thought, okay, maybe that's not the right choice. Maybe there's something else to it. So I did change my mind on that one, and I did get a rank up there. I can't remember if that's rank 2 or rank 3. But yeah, I just changed my mind with the scaffold there. And reason why I changed my mind is because I thought, what if we get an arms dealer scaffold instead? Because I know that the next wave of particle cannons, one is going to hit the barracks, and in my head I thought, okay, well the other's going to hit the supply stash anyway, so let's get an arms dealer, because I know that's a better target for a second particle cannon. She will aim at a scaffold that's an arms dealer.
This is hard work. Does it have to
I
be so
warn you
far?
not to underestimate me.
And yeah, I decided to put it right next to the supply stash, and I was hoping that it would bait out the A10 strike that was about to come up. But I thought to myself, well, just in case I'm wrong and she picks her target like after the particle cannon strike, I'll get the workers out of the way, and if I lose my supply stash, then, you know, so be it. I've still got $5,000 that I can work with. And yeah, I made the right call. I got the workers out of the way, and because of that, I get to build another supply stash, which gets my worker count back up to 4, I believe. And then new sneak attack, diversion.
I will obey.
And then the last worker is going to do the repair work on that Stinger site. It's not exactly necessary. I mean, one Aurora bomber could be enough to destroy the Stinger site anyway, but I guess if you get a Comanche attack, you might be able to withstand it if you repair the Stinger site.
I'm hungry. I do what I am told. This hammer is heavy. What do you want with me? I will go.
Are you rethinking the wisdom of attacking me, General?
I'm hungry. I will go. I am finished with the building.
Yep, so right now we got 2 workers gathering the resources.
Yes.
Now, soon to be 3. And I've sent the other one to build stinger sites next to those oil derricks. I thought to myself, okay, well, I haven't hit rank 3 yet, but when we do, I want to at least be prepared so then I can defend those oil derricks against the incoming Comanche attacks, and maybe Auroras if she sends any that way. That was what I was thinking at the time. Even with the 3 workers though at the supply stash, it's sort of a bold move on my part, because if I get hit by an Aurora bomber, and here's the even riskier part, 4 workers now gathering supplies. So yeah, if I get hit in that spot by the Aurora bombers, then we're toast, because we're not allowed to build any units. And those 4 workers, that's it. Lose them all, we're done. But I need the resources in order to be able to bait out the next wave of particle cannons and the A-10 strike that's coming. So that's sort of the risk that I had to take here.
I will obey. I'm just a peasant.
Yep, so a little bit early, but I wanted to get the workers out of the way, just so they can survive what's about to happen. So I did an arms dealer and a supply stash scaffold, and this is where disaster happens. I cancelled the supply stash, but I was a hair too late, and I couldn't cancel the arms dealer in time. And I'm like, oh no, what have I done? And yeah, I was not happy about that one, because that's $2,500.
How does that
And it's
feel,
like,
General?
I'm doing so well that I made such a stupid mistake. And then there's the A-10 strike, which oddly enough picked my stinger sights, which, I mean, I only lost 1 of them, so I mean, I can't be too annoyed about that one, because I've still got another 3 to pick off the Aurora bombers. But still, losing that 2,500, that's a major setback in a challenge when resources are so important. And I'm just waiting on Alexander to make another attack, because we're so close to getting that rank 3. I need 1 more big attack from Auroras just to get me to Cash Bounty and Rebel Ambush.
I'm just a peasant.
Looks like you're losing, General. Now, what did I say about planning to fail?
Building construction has been completed. I will obey. I do what I am told. You change your mind often. You change your mind often. If that is what you want.
Here we go. Here comes the attack that might get us over the line here. Beautiful. So we just hit the rank 3. We did lose a couple of our sneak attacks, which is fine. You know, they were made to be destroyed and used as diversions. But yeah, went for level 1 ambush and level 2 cash bounty. And with that, I can capture those two oil derricks, and then we can actually rake in some money here because we desperately need it. And the level 2 cash bounty, by the way, is going to be very helpful because of those Aurora Bomber strikes. I'm not going to be able to deal with the airfield problem until much later on, because there's the Demo Rebel ambush, and in order to beat the airfield, we're going to use the Demo Rebel ambush, but we need to pick off the supply center first, because Alexander can't rebuild her airfield without having a supply center. But her supply center is in the top left corner of the map, and she can't rebuild the supply center. So you want to get rid of that first, then go for the war factory or the airfield, which then means that she permanently can't rebuild those. Now the next set of particle cannons are coming. Again, selling off the barracks, getting rid of the arms dealer scaffold. Now that I know how she's using those particle cannons, I only need to do those two things. The third one's not going to fire. If I had like a palace or a black market, then she would use the third one. But yeah, she's really doing a number on me with those Aurora bombers, losing that supply stash yet again.
Do not hurt me.
And yeah, because I've got the stinger sights, I've got her positioned like in that triangle formation, and because of that, she's aiming her A10 strikes, again based on cash value. So that means 900 plus 900 equals 1800. I don't know if the third one counts, bringing it to $2,700 worth, but it's still pretty, it's still a pretty good target, only losing a stinger sight every cycle, you know.
No cost is too great.
So with our rebels, we're going to try and capture that artillery platform. The artillery platform is good because it can pick off one of Alexander's EMP Patriots, which equals more general points, which we're about to get.
I will obey. This is
Well done, General. You have reached a higher
So
rank.
that's rank 4. I went for the level 2 rebel ambush, not getting level 3 bounty just because we're going to reach that point where we're going to get rid of the airfield permanently anyway. And if we do that, then she's not going to send any more Comanches and Aurora bombers, which makes the level 3 bounty kind of a waste of a general point.
Let's fight. Take us to glory.
The warrior is falling.
Underground.
okay, I will work.
I'm just getting some tunnel networks on the go now. Reason why I'm doing that is because I want to keep the rebels, workers, and rocket troopers alive, and the only tunnel that I had was the one sneak attack that's next to that stinger site, and that's pretty easy pickings for Alexander's Comanches and Aurora bombers. So I want to try and keep those infantry alive as long as I can, and also as easy transportation when I can set up at the next pile of resources too.
Quick, ready yourself.
Yes. What is in there?
Yep, so I just got that artillery platform. And yeah, as I said before, it is picking off the EMP Patriot, which will give me a little bit more in general points. Also, I forgot to mention, it will help with the cash bounty too, because not only are you killing an EMP Patriot, but you're killing the rangers that spawn from it too. So I used my rebel ambush, and I positioned it right next to the particle cannon. So at the time, I thought I could get a capture off on the particle cannon and then she'd sell it off. But no, actually, I remembered that if you have the particle cannon, if you have the rangers next to the particle cannon long enough, then she will actually sell off the particle cannon. And so yeah, that's something that I hadn't thought about, so happy accident right there. And with that, she's got 2 particle cannons, and they're about to fire. That's why I got the arms to the scaffold. We're going to try and fade it out.
Is using that particle cannon.
But that's when I figured something out. So the other particle cannon, I think it's scripted to aim for whatever the tech building is.
I'm just a peasant.
So in this case, it would be Palace or Black Market if you get one up on time. So now, the other particle cannon that's ticking down, that's only going to aim for my arms dealer. And so that means I just need to have $2,500 or more to get through each cycle of particle cannon strikes. And then maybe use the excess to help deal with the A10 strike.
Base is in peril.
Yeah, once again, I did lose my supply stash, so even building further back doesn't help. The good news is we've got the 2 oil derricks, and we've also got the next pile of resources nearby that we can rely on now. And yeah, 10k in cash.
Rush in, General.
Can't really go wrong at this point.
Is it safe?
Or can it?
Yes.
Because yeah, we got a Comanche that's trying to pick off my artillery platform. It served its purpose. It took out the EMP Patriot for me. And yeah, I chose to build another Stinger site with that worker position there. I thought maybe the Comanche might it might fly after the worker, or it might go past the Stinger and aim directly at my base. Now here's where disaster really happened. So Alexander sent in another Chinook. The 2 Stingers weren't enough. I should have built that 3rd Stinger site. I'm really bugged that I didn't. And she sent in another Chinook strike at basically the same time. So I've now got to deal with 2 snipers, like 8 rangers and 8 rocket troopers, and then the sentry drone, which is going to be able to detect the stealth too. And yeah, I'm panicking. I'm scrolling so fast, I'm like, well, oh god, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know what to do. And I was like, oh, I've got 4 rocket troopers, that's all I got. But he's got a Pathfinder nearby that's going to deal with my rocket troops. So I've just lost my oil derricks. I've got 2 workers inside the tunnel. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. I'm like, what can I do? What have I got? I got 2 rebels, and the rebel ambush isn't ready yet either. So I'm like, oh gosh. So I just lost my supply stash for the 10th time. So the tunnel networks, they're going to be able to do something, but not going to be enough to get rid of all of them. So I chose to bring out the rebel ambush to try and pick off some of those rocket troops. And that's... So we got, what, 4 survivors over there. And then I was about to use my sneak attack. I got it off on the other pile. So that's a little bit of a trick. So if you use a sneak attack directly on infantry, you can take away half of their HP.
This is hard work.
So I was able to do that to 3 of those rocket troopers, but the fact remains, she's still got a Pathfinder, and I don't really have anything else to work with. I've just lost my command center, so I got no general powers. And I'm thinking I'm done. We're 25 minutes in, and yeah, I'm about to give up here. I'm like, I don't have anything left. So I got 1 from that tunnel, and surprisingly the Stinger sites are putting in the work, and then I lost the 2 new tunnel networks and Stinger site that I built. So I lost the worker, I lost all of that infantry, and I'm like, oh god, how much worse can this get? Because right now my only building is that supply stash. I lose that, I'm done. I'm finished. Now my Stinger site was barely in range of that Comanche there. And yeah, we got rid of the Chinook strikes. I was able to survive. Now I did forget about this at the time, but because we have sneak attack at the very beginning, it means that we can actually get the cash bounty. So I've got level 3 cash bounty. It is sort of a waste in a way, because we're gonna end up dealing with the airfield later, but I'll take the extra cash. That's what I was thinking at the time. But later on, I did think of another way to utilize the power of the cash bounty level 3. So now, after all of that excitement is over, I've got one worker who's building a command center. I've got $8,888 to my name, and I'm like, wow, can I even recover from this? And I got one rocket trooper. That's my that's my only offense besides stinger sights. But yeah, right now, Alexander's got 2 particle cannons that are ready to fire. But
I will obey.
here's the thing: they're scripted to go for those other buildings, as I mentioned earlier. I don't have an arms dealer, and I don't have a barracks. So she's not going to fire those particle cannons. She's only going to fire the A-10 strike at this point. Now with the command center, it's almost built, but just little known fact, if you have a command center scaffold, the cash bounty effect can still work for you. So you can still generate a lot of cash even if the command center isn't fully built. So just a little tip there in case you want to give that a go for yourselves. But yeah, getting a new supply stash, we need the workers because I'm running out of guys. And then another one.
I will do the best I can.
Pretty much, I think we're trying to set up new targets for the A-10s as well.
I will try to hurry.
But yeah, I gotta keep in mind that I got no oil derricks. So no oil derricks means no extra cash here. So we're pretty much back to square one before we hit rank 3.
Building construction has been completed. Oh, okay, I will work. I can't build there. What do you want with me? You change your mind often. I will do what I must.
Looks like you're losing, General. Now, what did I say about planning to fail?
Guarding the GLA
I will
underground.
obey.
A warrior.
Oh, here it comes. So new A-10 strike, just aiming at a stinger sight.
What do you want with me?
And because the A-10s are doing their thing, but the particle cannons aren't, it means that the timings of those two things are now thrown out of whack, and it makes it harder for me to try and predict when the next A-10 strike is going to come. So right now I'm building more stinger sights, just trying to bolster my defense, but I wasn't really thinking too much on the cash situation at the time. I was just trying to, I really was just trying to defend myself at this point, and then focus on the money later. And then, yeah, I'm on the top left corner. I was thinking about doing a rebel ambush to get the money crates that are there. There's like two crates. I think they both give.
We're waiting for
They
you,
either give a
General.
grand or 2,500 each. I can't remember which one, but in any case, either an extra 2k or an extra 5 grand. That's definitely going to be helpful.
The tunnels will protect us. Let's get in there.
Yes. What do you want with me?
So I had the choice of gathering more resources with the worker. I chose not to. I thought to myself, well, these workers, if I cluster them too much together, and Alexander does one more big attack with those auroras, then we're going to be finished. So I thought, okay, let's just have one worker each collecting the resources, and then one worker in the tunnel. That can be my reserve just in case something does go wrong here. Yeah, and then I thought, okay, well, I could always use the worker another way. And so yeah, I did the rebel ambush on this little island, and I was like, okay, well, we can still get more money. There's still oil derricks to capture. Maybe we can capture another oil derrick and make the most out of it. And yeah, I'm using the worker to try and build stinger sites just to defend the area. And then a couple of rebels can pick off that sentry drone, and we can get the cash from the bounty. And then I thought to myself, okay, well, we can always use the anthrax bomb. That'll help get us some cash with the bounty.
What do you want?
But yeah, she didn't have a lot of Avengers at her war factory. She builds a ton of Avengers at that spot, and then you're able to use the toxins from the anthrax bomb to get all that cash. Still, like, it's $2 grand per Avenger, and we're level 3 cash bounty. So that's a healthy little cash injection that we got right there. And that's gonna, you know, that's really gonna make the difference between us going broke or not.
I'm just a peasant. If that is what you want.
Warrior is fallen.
And yeah, disaster struck again. We lost our sneak attack, we lost our worker, and we lost the stinger site that was actually built. So that means if Comanches come, which they do, I got nothing.
My greatest superweapon is my brain. Wouldn't you agree, General?
Yep, so just a build and resell to get the worker back. So yeah, it's back up to 3 workers total. Yep, just lost another oil derrick. Unfortunate. So like, I had the right idea, it's just the timing was so... bad. I could have probably... I probably could have done something to do, like, something for the bait, but not knowing when the A10 is coming means that I would lose however much in dollars worth of bait. Unless I see it beforehand. That's the thing. I have to notice it in order to be able to save the cash.
So, your overall strategy is to bore me off the battlefield.
So with that oil derrick down, there's only the one left, and it's near that EMP Patriot and an Avenger. I'm like, okay, well, that's all I got left to work with here. If I can't make this work, then it means I'd have to resort to building a palace and trying to get some black markets on the go, which one black market isn't going to be enough. I'd need a whole bunch of them to get our money situation under control.
Our work is complete. Oh, okay, I will
If you
work.
fail to plan, you plan to fail, General. Think about it.
I'm hungry. I'm just a peasant. Cannot we live in peace? I will carry as much as I can.
Yep, so I ended up going for the basic, like, this was a stupid mistake on my part. I saw the Comanches go past, and I was like, as soon as I did it, I regretted it instantly. I was like, why would you do that? So that was a complete waste of a rebel ambush. See, because all of these attacks have happened, I'm sort of like jumpy and panicky as I'm playing. So it means that I'm not making the best choices at some points in the battle. So there's some back and forth here, because, well, I can't build any units, but there's just me not playing at my best because of how many different attacks she's doing, and it's overwhelming. And yeah, I got a full tunnel worth of units. I just can't really use them right now.
I will do what I
Yeah,
must.
trying to get a new stash. I think I'm just trying to bolster my worker force here, because we've finally got 2 workers collecting resources from 1, and that'll bring our total to, I think, yeah, 5. We'll have 5 workers, which is great.
That building
And yeah, I'm just
cannot fit there.
continuously bolstering my defense. I'm still waiting on the next
Work is complete.
like the next batch of Aurora bombers and Comanches to come. But I think because I'm not, like, I haven't completely rebuilt all of my stuff yet. I think when we get like an arms dealer and a palace on the go, that's when she'll, you know, kick it back into gear and start attacking me.
Building construction.
I've been
of the
analyzing your
world.
tactics, and I'm just amazed. Do you
Yes.
even have any tactics,
Our work is
General?
complete. What do you want with me? I'm hungry. Cannot we live in peace? I do what I am told. You change your mind often. I will obey. This hammer is I'm just a peasant. What do you want with me? I will try to hurry. I'm hungry. This hammer is heavy.
And yeah, I've sent in 4 workers to build
Cannot
4
we
stinger
live in
sites,
peace?
and that is pretty much just in case there's another Chinook strike.
Are you rethinking the wisdom
I do
of
not want to
attacking
have
me,
to deal with that
General?
again. Also, I want to have this space so then I can build the palace, build the arms dealers, all the scaffolds, all of it. Because we're going to need that
There's not
for
enough room.
when
Construction has been completed.
we're going to need that for when we get the black markets online, because we're going to need enough space to bait out each of the particle cannon strikes. Also, if I forgot to mention it, I chose not to build super weapons either, so that's why this battle is so long, is because I chose not to. The demo rebel, sorry, not demo rebel, the demo Scud Storms, probably the most powerful super weapon, because it's capable
I warn
of
you not to underestimate
destroying a
me.
super weapon with one strike.
I will
Normally with a super weapon you need 2 of them to get rid of
We
them.
live in peace.
And demo Scud Storms against like command centers also do a lot of damage too.
Okay, I
Our
will
base
work.
is in peril.
Ah, yep. See, I built the arms dealer and now she's started attacking me again. So with this, I have to keep in mind
I'm
that
just a peasant.
her next particle strike, I don't know when it's
Try
coming.
to hurry.
So this is gonna basically give the give a reset to the timers, and then that will help me time when I build my buildings or when I bait out the next batch of particle strikes. Oh, okay. I don't remember doing this with the anthrax bomb. I'm guessing I used that to try and pick off the infantry and that Avenger there. Extra cash, but that might have been better used on the Avengers that are at the War Factory. Oh, actually, now I see what I did. I used the anthrax bomb to reveal the map, so then I could do the sneak attack. Okay, now I remember. But like I said, we are getting cash out of the cash from the cash bounty with that. Although it's not as much as what you get from those Avengers at the War Factory. And just like that, we're gonna have 10 lots of infantry that are gonna pop out any minute.
Can I have some shoes? This hammer is heavy. Do not hurt me.
Wow, I lost both stashes. Thankfully, still got all the workers. So 3 rocket troopers and 7 rebels. So this time, again, I went for the rebel ambush to take out the Patriot. The better strat here was I should have captured the oil derrick first, which would draw the fire of the Patriot. It's like, I knew that, but I didn't do it. Again, it's like silly mistakes here and there. But either way, we do take out the Patriot, and we do take out the Rangers that are positioned there, and we do get the oil derrick. The risky part is trying to defend it, because if we lose it, then we're in bad shape again financially. So we're kind of dipping a little bit low. We're at 6k now, but because I'm building arms dealers and trying to build a palace, I really got to recoup the money so that I can get those up, or get the necessary bait up for the particle cannon strikes or the A-10 strike, which I don't know when it's coming because of those particle cannons getting stuck at 0 on the timer.
Yes. That building cannot fit there. That was a lot of work.
Yeah, just like that, I'm really trying to crack down on this and get some defenses up to defend that oil derrick. I think that's the only one left on this map. Like, let me think. There's the one on the island, 2 on there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the last oil derrick that I could get. The other resources on this map, you got the one, you got the resources in the top left corner, which Alexander would have taken all of those by now, and then you got those 2 money crates that I mentioned earlier, which I still can't remember. It's either 2k or 5k total that you get off those.
I am finished with the building. I will obey. I guess I should help out.
Now that's quite a beating you're taking, General. Are you really ready for more?
Do not hurt me. Yes.
We're waiting for you, General. What's keeping you?
Can I have some shoes?
A warrior
Ooh,
has fallen.
that's kind of nasty.
I'm just a peasant.
She used 2 Aurora bombers on 1 worker. That's a little overkill. Watching that back. So, selling off the arms dealer, and I was able to build a palace scaffold, which was able to work as bait, and then I can work on building the other palace scaffold that I got going. See, with the scaffolds, the closer your scaffolds are to where Alexander is, the more likely she's going to be to aim those particle cannons at those scaffolds and not the ones that you got further back. And that's why I built the palace scaffold. And yeah, it's at 78%. So it won't take very long for that to get to 100, and then I can actually get some black markets on the go. And with black markets, I can get worker shoes, I can get the rocket upgrade, I can get the bullet upgrade for the rebels that actually can help, and the palace has got the fortified structure and the demo upgrade, so then I can detonate the rebels and actually do some damage on the supply center and the airfield. So we're getting closer and closer to finally dealing with the bomber problem. We're 46 minutes in and we still haven't dealt with the bomber problem.
I will try to hurry.
She keeps targeting the workers though, and that's not good because I'm still very limited. And then I made a very careless mistake. I was like, why would you build a supply stash there? So yeah, just lost $1,500. I got 1 worker with the other one. So what, I've got, I think, 3 workers total?
I'm hungry.
No, 4.
Yes. I will
At this
go.
point, it's getting
I'm
harder to
joining
track
you.
these guys.
Yes. If that is what you want.
I'd attack if I were you,
Yep, so
General.
I've got the
If you
demo
wait, then I'll
rebel
just have more
upgrade.
super weapons.
Just going straight for the detonation. Don't need to worry about that part of the map anymore. Unless we want to get the 2 money crates that I mentioned.
That was a lot.
And yeah, we just got to hold on for another 4 minutes. So 4 minutes is the timer on those rebels. So if we can defend ourselves against those Aurora bombers for 4 minutes, then we can finally wipe out the airfield. And it's a level 3 demo rebel ambush, so you know it's going to be enough to take out the airfield.
My greatest super weapon is my brain. Wouldn't you agree, General?
I will obey.
Yep, so I'm
your
trying
overall
to
strategy
use
is
the
to
black
lure me
market
into
as
battle.
bait here. And at this point, I didn't think I'd need the arms dealer anymore.
Our
So I
enemy
thought I'd
is
sell
using
that one off.
Do not hurt me.
And yeah, as I thought, she's prioritizing black markets over palaces. So that means I get to keep that and then build a new black market. And hopefully we can get the upgrades as well. Because we do really need, like, if we can get, like, even just the worker chutes, that's really going to bolster the amount of cash that we get. And I noticed that I got 3 workers, and yeah, she
You weren't using
did
that,
go for my
were you?
palace, but she aimed her A10s in a way where it holed it. It didn't destroy it outright.
That's
So that
quite a
was
base you have
kind of
down there,
lucky for
General.
me.
Oh, you did remember
It
to
does
space out the
delay
buildings to avoid weapon strikes, right?
it does delay the next batch of black markets that I can build though, because I would have the cash to build another one by the time that the palace is finished rebuilding.
Do not hurt me. That was a lot of work.
Yep, so
Here I go.
got the black market. Since I can't build any more black markets at the moment, I was like, okay, well, now's a good time to get those
Fools rush in,
upgrades.
General.
I'm just a
I
peasant.
take my time.
Thank you for the new shoes.
And yeah, this is me trying to like decide, do I get it now or do I get it later? So I was humming and hawing a little bit, trying to make a choice, because I got to have enough cash in reserve to bait out those particle strikes. And here comes the next wave.
Our base is under attack.
And yeah, probably a good thing I didn't get the upgrade from that black market specifically. But yeah, I did get a good cash injection from destroying those. And that'll be the last injection of cash from those planes, because now we've wiped out the airfield permanently.
I warn you
No
not
more
to
Aurora bombers,
underestimate
no
me.
more Comanches other than the ones that are still in the air. Which, that could probably be about
This hammer is heavy.
maybe
I
4
will obey.
tops, because
I'm
she
just a
does
peasant.
have some patrolling the map, and then there's the one that's above where the airfield is. That usually just stays in one place, and then it might chase you if you invade her base.
That building cannot fit there.
So yeah, at this point, I'm I kind of went for it. I'm low on cash, and yeah, I went for the supply stash at the other
I've been
resource
analyzing
pile,
your tactics, and I'm just amazed.
thinking, okay,
Do you
well,
even have any
I'm gonna get hit by the particle cannons anyway. I might be able to work something out in in that last minute.
That was a lot of work. Oh, okay, I will work. You change your mind often. I'm just a peasant.
But yeah, I couldn't, I actually couldn't think of a solution. And so I thought, okay, well, let's stop building the black markets. Whichever one she hits with the particle cannon, that's the one we cancel. And then we actually did barely get enough to build an arms dealer.
Are you rethinking the wisdom of attacking me, General?
So one for that, one for the black market, and then there's, and in my head I was thinking, okay, and then the A10 strike's gonna come. Again, me not remembering that the whole A10 situation got thrown out of whack. So I did delay, on that black market a little bit.
I'm just a peasant. You change your mind often.
But yeah, she aimed at the one that I already had on the go, which was fine, because I had the cash for it anyway.
I will obey.
And yeah, I did move the workers away from the supply stash, just in case that was her target, because I was getting a few workers set up there, and it wasn't as much as a black market in cash value. I think it's 2,100 for the stash and then the 3 workers versus 2,500 for a black market. Anyways, going for Anthrax Bomb on the Avengers. We know it's going to hit, so that's going to be a little bit of a bonus in cash right there. So we got nearly 1,600. And we go to, there we go, 44, 4,600. So roughly, we gained roughly 3k from killing all those Avengers right there.
I am finished with the building. Oh, okay, I will work. Does it help? Building construction has been completed. I will do what I must.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep building more and more black markets. I also built some stinger sites too. Reason why I built the stinger site is because I want to have that defense against those remaining patrolling Comanches that she's still got, because I know she'll still have a few knocking about.
That was a lot of work. I will do what I must.
And now we finally work on the attack.
Get out now.
So our first rebel ambush in her base, we position them in the top right corner, but we're not detonating them. And there is a reason for that, which I shall reveal a little bit later.
I'm just a peasant.
Yeah, I went for 3 stingers. I think that was a little bit overkill on stinger sites. I think maybe 2 would have been just fine against 2 Comanches. Because those A10 strikes, it would take a boatload of stinger sites to wipe out an A10 strike before it hits its mark. So sort of a waste of cash, I'm not sure. I'll let you be the judge.
I will obey. That was a lot of work. You change your mind often. I do what I am told. I will do what I must.
And yeah, this is where we get into the tunnel network side of things. So, because I'm pretty much well defended, and she's not going to attack me with planes anymore, I can actually start, building up my buildings without too much concern about Comanches or Aurora bombs. So we do still need to build scaffolds to counteract the particle cannons. I do get the worker out of the way just in case. I don't want to lose workers. They're very limited for me. Yeah, I'm still keeping 1 in reserve at that tunnel. Yeah, reason why we want to build the tunnel networks in the first place? Well, one, keeping the worker inside the tunnel alive, that's one thing. But we want to get the rocket troopers that spawn from the tunnel. So pretty much we're just going to do a tunnel network spam, and then we'll get 2 rocket troopers each time we build a new tunnel. And that's going to act as our attack force, alongside the demo rebel ambushes that we get. So I finally noticed that we'd run out of resources at that resource pile. So now I can get the other workers to help out in the tunnel network spam as well. Because yeah, using one worker to build the tunnel networks, I mean, you're going to get 2 every time, but if you have like 4 or 5, then you're going to get 8 or 10 rocket troopers each time. It's a much faster process in getting an army if you can't build any units.
Cannot we live in peace? I will do the best I can. That was a lot of work.
We're waiting for you,
Do not
General.
hurt me.
What's keeping you?
If that is what you want. Building construction has been completed.
Shh! I sense danger and shelter.
I am finished
Our
with the
land
building.
must be preserved.
I will obey. You change your mind often. Do not hurt me. I am finished with the building.
The tunnels will protect us. Our land must be preserved. Run for shelter.
I will obey. Okay, here I go. I'm hungry. I will try to hurry. Cannot we live in peace?
You
So
may
I'm
think
using
hiding
using
what
those
I
workers
really
to build
just planned.
tunnels, but I'm doing it at different sections of the base. And reason for that is simply to cut down on travel time. If I need to send a worker to the command center, or if I wanted to send one to the left side of the base, I could build a tunnel there. It's just to save them from having to run from A to B. Yep, it's another anthrax bomb. Wasn't as many Avengers this time round, but we're still gonna be able to get a bit of a cash injection from that. The money problem is pretty much solved, but the extra money can't hurt, because we're going to keep using those workers to spam tunnel networks.
Guarding the GLA underground. Shh! I sense danger may be near.
And here's when we finally begin our attack. So the first thing I do is I capture 2 power plants. Now with that, that's going to draw the fire of the EMP Patriot that's left to that one.
General, our enemy is using that particle cannon.
And yeah, I wasn't looking at the timer, but I'm pretty happy with the 15 grand we got. So this is what I'm saying, is the EMP is going to focus on destroying the power plant that I just captured. Didn't see that coming though, the A-10 strike jumping in.
I'll just have one more super weapon to fire at you.
That sort of had, like, that does sort of speed up what I was about to do. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a sneak attack over there, and then we're going to use everything we got to take out those EMP Patriots. If I failed that attack though, I wouldn't be able to do it again, because the tunnel would be exposed, and then the EMP Patriot would disable it, and then I wouldn't be able to do any more sneak attacks at that position. So yeah, pretty much one shot, but we succeeded. So just taking out those Rangers. We're using the cover of the power plants to take them out without getting shot down by the EMP. Then we send them in to pick off the other EMP Patriot. So it wasn't exactly how I'd normally deal with that problem without using super weapons.
They are getting close.
Yes,
We will not be oppressed. The higher
So with our rebel, we're going to capture another power plant. So the power plants also mean that we can build buildings faster.
That building cannot
So,
fit there.
your overall strategy
That's the
is
only reason why
line
we'd
off the
want
battlefield.
to keep a power plant in the first place.
I will obey.
Also, fun fact,
That is what you want.
if you destroyed like all of the power plants in that corner, you could actually build a command center in that corner as well. You just barely got enough room to do it, so you'd have to try for a little bit to get the positioning right, but you could very well build a command center in that corner. And yeah, I built a tunnel, and the purpose of the tunnel is it can actually shoot down those Avengers. But that's not the only purpose of that tunnel. See, the tunnel is also capable of destroying buildings that are down there too.
If you fail to plan,
So what I'm going
you
to
plan
do
fail,
is we're going to
General.
use the tunnel network to destroy the Avenger, destroy the Ranger that's nearby, and we're going to go after the supply drop zone. Now this is quite a lengthy process because the tunnel network doesn't do a lot of damage. And Alexander's sending a dozer in to repair it, which slows things down even more. But I'm doing more damage than Alexander's dozer can repair, so we are getting the damage in. It's just going to take that little bit longer to do. So I did sell off a power plant, thinking maybe I could get another tunnel. Sometimes you can build two, and you can get two tunnels to do the work, but I did build my first tunnel in a bit of an awkward spot, so I could only get the one tunnel up. But yeah, I decided we'll just stick with the one tunnel. I know it's still going to be enough, it's just going to take a little bit longer. Now, because I'm focused on attacking now, it means that I'm not really paying as much attention to my own base, so she is going to pick off some of my buildings. I don't have to worry too much about like cancelling scaffolds or selling buildings off before the particle cannon fires, because we've managed to accumulate 26 grand. And for me, that's kind of like infinite money in a challenge where I can't build any units, and also can't build any super weapons either. If I was allowed super weapons, I'd be spamming the hell out of them. We'd probably have finished this battle by now if I was using super weapons.
The warrior is falling.
Beautiful. So, got rid of the supply drop zone, and got rid of the artillery platform with the Demo Rebel ambush. But the Rangers and the dozer are kind of in the way, and I need to get rid of them so then I can use my sneak attack.
Defend our homes. Don't let them get away.
Thankfully, the tunnel wasn't, like, it was within range of those Rangers, so we can
I've been analyzing
pick those
your
guys
tactics,
off.
and I'm just amazed.
And the
Do
dozer
you
moved.
have any tactics, General?
Because it moved, I was able to get the sneak off. Now, I only had rocket troopers in there, but 10 rocket troopers versus 1 ranger is not going to go well for the ranger here. Beautiful. So both dozers out of the picture. She still has her command center, so she's still going to rebuild.
The tunnels will protect us. Quick, run for shelter. Quick, ready yourselves. Our courage will be seen by all. Prepare to fight.
Yeah, with our 1 ranger, went for the capture. And reason why we're going for capture over destruction is, well, it's going to spawn rangers if we destroy it, which is going to be bad news for my rocket troopers. So if she does destroy the captured power plants, that gives me 3 rangers to play with. Sorry, 2 rangers to play with. I'm thinking of Patriots. So yeah, power plants give you 2, Patriots give you 3 when they're destroyed.
I will obey. I will try to hurry.
Our base is in peril. Our way is through. We will not be oppressed. We will claim it for ourselves.
to underestimate me.
That was a lot of work.
Our homes are in peril.
I'm just a
We have
peasant.
captured the building. The tunnels will protect us. Get them! Get them now!
I did try to go in for an attack with my rocket troopers. Kind of a silly mistake, because my rocket troopers were so clustered together that the EMP Patriots were basically taking them all out at the same time. So then I'm like, okay, this attack failed, so let's go back to the drawing board. Because yeah, at this point I can't mount a solid attack on her until I can get the infantry situation back under control here.
General, our enemy is using that
Do
particle.
not hurt me.
General! Our land is being attacked!
I will do what I must. I will obey. I will try to hurry. Yes. I will do what I must.
The tunnels will protect us. Safe in there.
A lot of work. I'm just a peasant. Building construction has been finished with the building. If that is what you want. Okay, okay, I will work.
Our land must be preserved. Guarding the GLA underground. Let's fight. Prepare to fight. Quick, ready yourself. Run for shelter.
I'm just a peasant. This hammer is heavy. I'm hungry. Our work is finished with the building. Are there not better tools? Do not hurt me. I will obey. I will try to hurry. Yes, building construction has been completed. The best I can. I'm just a peasant.
The tunnels will protect us. Let's get in there.
That was a lot of work. Yes. That was a lot
Quick,
of work.
ready yourself.
Our work
The
was a lot
tunnels
of
will
work.
protect us. Our land must be preserved. Quick, ready yourselves.
I'm just a peasant in there.
Shh, I sense danger may be near. Guarding the GLA underground.
Okay, okay, I will work. There's not enough room for that building. What do you want with me? Cannot we live in peace? Do not hurt me. I will do what I must. Our work is complete.
So yeah, we've just been doing the tunnel network spam, hoping to get a bigger army than we had before. Now, next attack, we're going to do the demo rebel ambush, but I don't want to detonate these guys. I want these guys to capture some buildings for me. So, in this spot, it's a little bit awkward because there's a few safe spots, but the rest of it is pretty much fair game for those EMP Patriots. So I'm just trying to pick my battles with where I want to go. So we got 3 rebels that survived. They are not getting hit by any of those EMPs, which means it's safe for me to capture the command center. And the command center controls the A-10 strikes. So once we get the command center out of the way, no more A-10s. We just have the particle cannon to deal with. Now the one that's been firing on us has only been attacking the tech buildings. So the way the way to remember this. So the particle on the right of the map will go for barracks and can also hit supply stashes if you've got it at the second resource pile near the artillery platform. The one in the middle that's next to the airfield will aim for arms dealer, and then the one at the top will aim for tech buildings. That's just the way I remember it.
We're waiting for you, General.
And yeah, I lost I lost all of those rocket troops. We did take out the command center, so that is definitely a plus.
hard work.
Quick, ready
So I
yourself.
decided I'd build a tunnel network to recoup some rocket troopers, but also to act as some anti-infantry defense. She should only have like one Comanche left on the map, because I didn't come across, I don't think I came across the patrolling Comanches that go around the map. I might have destroyed them already, I'm not sure.
You may think I'm hiding,
But yeah, there's usually one Comanche that's sitting above where the airfield is. So that's the only aircraft that we've got to worry about.
I'm just a peasant. If that is what you want. I'm hungry. This is hard. What do you want with me? I'm just a peasant.
Ready for action.
I will obey. This hammer is heavy. Yes. I am finished with the building.
you don't know what to expect from me, do you?
I am finished with the building.
The tunnels will
I am
be immersed.
finished with the building.
Guarding the GLA underground. Quick, ready yourself. Run for shelter.
I'm hungry. I will do
Cannot
what I
we
must.
live
in peace? I will obey. I will try to hurry. What do you want with me? Our work is complete. I am finished with the building. Our work is complete.
I'd attack if I were you,
Guarding the
General.
GLA
If you
underground.
wait, then I'll just have one more super weapon to fire at you.
A warrior has fallen.
The tunnels will protect us.
So by this point, I just had to decide on
Must be preserved.
what could I target with the rocket troops, the demo rebel ambush. I decided to go for the EMP Patriot, and I used the sneak attack as a distraction play, so then I can destroy it. And then the demo rebels are coming in to pick off the Rangers, but also try and get some shots off on the EMP Patriot. The thing is, she's still got a boatload of power plants. So I kind of need to deal with those, deal with the EMPs first before I can actually get to the power plants.
We will not be oppressed.
Because of that attack, we also did lure out a few Rangers and then pick them off with the tunnel network. And then I decided, okay, well, let's try and capture a couple of the power plants while we're here.
Always prepared. Special forces here. Always
So,
prepared.
your overall strategy is to bore me off the battlefield.
We have captured the building. General, our land is being attacked.
We have their
The
building.
higher order shall reign. Take out the
Warrior has fallen.
No cost is too great.
Special forces here. Rally point confirmed.
So, the reason why I captured those two power plants in the first place is because I wanted the Rangers that spawn from those power plants. So I gained an extra 4 Rangers. And yeah, reason why we want the Rangers in the first place is so then I have more infantry that can capture stuff. So I can only rely on the demo rebels to do the capturing, but I want to utilize those more so for destroying buildings, because they're very good at destroying stuff. So yeah, we clustered them together, and then we're running them all together towards those power plants near the Strat Center. and then we're gonna make another attempt to capture.
Nothing will stop us. Prepare to fight.
And yeah,
Army's elite.
just had
Special
enough
forces here. Let's change the
to get me
decor.
by. And I kind of figured this was gonna take out my ranger here, but I thought I'd try it anyway.
Fools rush in, General. I take my time.
Surprisingly though, the ranger that was almost dead was able to start capturing that power plant. Genuinely surprised, because with that many EMP Patriots, she's got a lot of angles that she can play with here.
Ready for action. Search and destroy.
And now that we got the power plants, the plan was to use the rebel to capture the strategy center. That way I've got enough time and enough rangers to distract while he does that.
Point confirmed. Search and destroy. Ready for action.
Yep, and now that all of the power plants are gone, I sent the rangers to just move around. Pathing them around so then they get hit as little as possible, but give the rebel enough time to capture the strategy center, because we do need to take that out to win. It does require 2 power to have, but with all of the EMP Patriots she's still got on the map, I'm sure that she would have run out of power sooner or later, because she's got like the, what, 6, 7, 8 power plants left, so she's gonna run out
This
soon.
hammer is heavy.
Shh! I sense danger may be near.
And yeah, by this point I realized, wait a minute, I can destroy the power plant that's next to this particle cannon here. So make that 7 power plants remaining.
Play nice.
And we can also take out the Chinook, but we don't have to.
Prepare to
Yeah, demo rebels. I was able to get 2 power plants, but that's just enough to knock out her power right there.
quick. Ready yourselves.
I'm hungry. That is a lot of work. Yes, you change your mind often. Hope I'm still lucky. There are mines out
A
there?
warrior has
This
fallen.
may be painful. Okay.
Are you rethinking the wisdom of attacking me, General?
Yeah, I'm trying to use the sneak attack, but there was a sentry drone that was blocking my way.
Say so.
But yeah, distraction play on the sneak attack for that artillery. I can never say artillery platform.
Just a pleasure.
And also the fire base if it's in range. I wanted to be able to take out the platform so then I could get to the power plants. Alternatively, I could have probably gotten away with just destroying the power plants outright.
Okay, over there. Attack the
But yeah, not sure. It really depends on if the rangers that spawn would jump into the battle, because that would have been 2 rangers per power plant as well. But yeah, lost most of my units there, but we did manage to deal quite a bit of damage.
This is hard work.
And next Anthrax Bomb, I'm like, should I go for Avengers? And then I'm like, you know what? No. Let's aim for the missile troops that are in the fire base there, the missile defenders.
I will do what I must.
A warrior has fallen.
Yes. If that is what you want.
guarding the GLA underground. Shh! I sense danger may be near.
Building construction cannot we live in peace. I'm hungry. I will go.
may be near.
General, look over there. Someone's capturing your buildings. Not gonna fall for it, huh?
My Stinger wasn't in range of the last power plant there,
Underground.
so I tried to use the rocket troops to get there. Again, sneak attack, distraction.
I sense danger.
Firebase wasn't buying it for 2 of them, so we have 1 rocket trooper finishing the job here,
Cannot we live in peace?
and that'll leave Alexander with just a war factory and a power plant next to the particle cannon. And the thing is, I thought I'd won by this point. I forgot that the power plant was next. See the mouse movement? Yeah, I forgot about it, and yeah, got annoyed about that one. And so yeah, I was like, okay, well now I gotta take that out. So what am I gonna do? And then I made the executive choice of, you know what? I'm not gonna do anything anymore. I'm just gonna wait for the rebel ambush to come. So yeah, that's what I ended up doing in the end. And that is how I beat General Alexander without building any units and no super weapons either. Now if you enjoyed this very long video, feel free to give me a like, comment and subscribe if you like. I do have a Command & Conquer playlist if you want to check out some of my other challenges. Anyways, I'm Cracklo. I'll see you next time.
Beaten you,
Bye.
General. Challenge me again. I dare you.